Hey everybody, Chantelle Taylor here coming at you live. I hope you're doing amazing on this Tuesday. I just wanted to jump on here and have a little bit of a conversation about finishing out the reboot tonight and charging into 2019. So if you've never watched my show before, this is Chantelle Taylor Show. I'm super excited to chat with you guys. If this is the first time that you've ever watched the broadcast, be sure to comment below so we can connect. But if you're watching this on the replay, be sure to drop the word replay below. If you're watching this live, comment where you're tuning in from. Are you in Canada? Are you in the United States? Are you in Mexico, the UK, Australia? Wherever you are, tell me where you're tuning in live from. I would love to connect with you guys and just say hi, give you a shout out. So I wanted to jump on Facebook Live and chat with you guys a little bit about this 60-hour reboot that I've been doing. I think I have about 16 or 17 hours to go. Feeling really good. So I'm just actually about to have my second serving of my ketones. Oh, hey, Texas. Love Texas. I was there a couple months ago. About to have my second serving of my ketones. And, you know, the reboot, every time you do it, it's a monthly thing that we do. By the way, if you've never heard of it before, I'll give you some more information on it. But every time you do it, it's a different experience. And this experience for me has had a few ups and downs because yesterday was my birthday. And so I was like, there was cake and there was people giving me things, which was amazing. And I wanted to partake in that. But at the same time, I wanted to be true to myself and to the community that is doing this. And so I've had some like, how do you deal with this? How do you deal with the ups and downs of this? And so anyways, I just wanted to check in with you guys and see how you are doing. So if you are doing the 60-hour keto reboot, just comment below with the number 1 and tell us where you're tuning in from if you're tuning in live. So I'm just about to have my second serving of the day of my ketone, so I'm choosing to have the key limeade flavor. If you order the kit on its own and you don't have ketones at home already, you're gonna get the raspberry lemonade flavors, which are amazing. They're so good. I just drink that on a regular basis, so I like to switch it up, and I'm having the key limeade right now. So I am, wanting to give you guys some insight into the 60-hour keto reboot. One of my friends is going to join me here shortly and chat about it with me as well. But I'll give you some background on it. If you've ever heard of intermittent fasting or people who won't eat for maybe 10 or 12 hours in the morning until they have lunch would be their first meal of the day. That's kind of the basis of what we do, except instead of not eating or not consuming things, we actually have ketones before bed. When you get up in the morning, you have it for lunch, but in different variations. So at night you have tea, which a lot of people drink tea before bed or have it after dinner. And then in the morning you wake up and you have your ketones in the morning, and that gives you your fuel for the day, and you get going, you feel really good. It has caffeine. And then lunch we have what's called a bone broth, but it's like soup. So, you don't feel like you're missing out. You're constantly taking something. Seriously, I'll be honest with you, there are many times where I'll miss a step and be like, oh my goodness, I missed a step, because there's so many awesome products in the lineup. You don't ever feel like, oh, what can I have now? I feel like everything is so back to back to back that I'm constantly like, oh, I can have my broth now. Oh, I can have my ketones now. So the reboot's phenomenal, because sometimes you're gonna have so much energy. The next time you might feel like, oh, I don't know what's happening. I'm feeling a little sluggish, or I'm feeling a different way, but it's just your body reacting to what it needs to go through in that moment. So that's a little bit of background on the reboot. I'm gonna have my friend Stephanie join in. Stephanie's phenomenal. She's been doing the reboot just as long as I have. We all started back in February of this year. And we're just gonna talk about finishing out the reboot super strong and how you can charge into 2019. So I'm just gonna add her on, so just give me 2 seconds. Okay, it's approved. So like I said, if you guys are rebooting right now with us, just drop the number 1 below. We'd love to hear how it's going. Questions? Hey.
Hey, how are ya?
Good, how are you?
Good, how are you? Great. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm delayed.
Perfect. I'm delayed. That's good. Okay, so we're talking about the reboot.
We are.
I love it.
We are.
We're just talking about strong.
That sort of thing.
That sort of thing. No, I think it's great. I've got little peepers coming in. So I love to tell people I feel like you either get to this day, right, and there's one of two things. It may be hard for you, or you may get to this day and feel absolutely amazing. And some people don't understand why some people have crazy energy, and some people are going, I just want to go to bed. And you're exactly right. It's exactly what your body needs to go through. Some people have been doing this for months, which has allowed our bodies to adapt faster, quicker. You just feel amazing. I was shopping today for Christmas for my girls, and I was like, I finished my bra. I was like, I feel so good, right? If you would have asked me the first time I did this or the second time, I remember being like, I don't know how I feel. Like, it was a mental game. I think it was more of a this game going, I'm making food for my kids, or I think I need to eat. But it's absolutely amazing how crazy your brain plays these tricks on you, and how your body can adapt to what you're doing. So I think this reboot is phenomenal, especially for those who, I always say there's 3 types of people. If you've been watching Chantelle and you are one of those people that have waited till January 1st, like, great, you can start with the reboot if you're brand new. There are those people who've been doing the ketogenic diet. They've been on this journey for years. This will amplify what you're doing. That's number 2. Or there's those people that have kind of been wishy-washy. They've kind of reached a plateau, and they just need to get past that and do something different and kind of make a pivot. So I tell people, if you're ready and you're willing, like, make sure you let Chantelle know, because the next reboot, you can join us in January, really kickstart your health and fitness journey, and then we can help you for the rest of the year so that when you come back around next year, your life looks completely different. You'll feel different. You'll have more energy for your kids or work or whatever it is. Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, it's funny that you say that, and it's come across.
So hopefully it doesn't come across.
Is it bad?
I'm sorry, one more time.
Bad.
It's not terrible. No. Can you hear me?
Is there a lot of feedback?
No, I don't hear any feedback.
Okay. We're
Okay.
gonna go with it.
Okay, we're going to go with it.
Yeah.
So the first 2 times is a reboot.
I really struggled with
my relationship with,
and I
Yes.
have like
and I have like a piece of popcorn.
and then I'd be like, no, I gotta get
And
back
then
on
you're
track.
like, no, I gotta get back on track. I need to get back on track.
And then happen on you get
And on you get better at it because you start to understand
these messages
these
or
messages or what actually needs to happen.
No, you're 100%. I think people don't understand how much they eat out of habit, how much they eat out of emotions. Like, I shared something super funny on Instagram the other day because I was standing in line yesterday shopping, and a Snicker bar, like, I felt like it was calling my name, right? I haven't had a Snicker bar in years. I was emotional. I had a little bit of a rough day with my kids. I was shopping. It was crowded. Like, I was just not in a super great place. And I thought for a second, I should eat that Snicker bar and nobody will know. And then I've been doing this long enough that I know how I feel. Like, I know that's not what I would normally choose. So, but it made me realize how many people eat out of emotions. And so that's what this reboot does. It helps you get back on track. It helps you stay focused. It helps you go, I have let food control my life way too often, no more. And so I love it. I think it's powerful. I would say, if you have not done it, let us help you. We do not leave you by yourself. We plug you into a private Facebook group. You get to hear from the experts. We coach you alongside of that. And it's just a phenomenal community, really.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Well, thank you for popping on.
I was going to say, why don't I hop off and you keep sharing your story, because it probably sounds better when it's just you. I don't know why Facebook does this. It's so weird, but they'll figure it out someday. Yeah. But I'm glad I got to share with you. I would love to see lots more people join us, and I appreciate you, Chantelle.
Sounds great. Hey, Stephanie.
Yeah.
Again, your date.
I don't. I know they've been teetering with kind of starting it earlier so that people can really dive into January. And if they do, the reboot might be for sale at the very end of December. So I just tell people to watch, post reboot below. We'll get back with you as soon as it's for sale so that people can get it and we can all go. So it might be earlier so that we can really dive into 2019. I'll keep you posted.
So much. Have an awesome day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys, so a lot of times with Facebook, when we have somebody coming on dual, we're getting all this feedback. So that was awesome that Stephanie could jump in. I'll give you background on her. So Stephanie and I have been for about 1.5 years. I met her through this ketone conversation. She's a mom of 4. Her and her husband do this every single day. They share ketones, but they homeschool. She's just an amazing, amazing person. They started eating low carb, high fat, started that with her husband, and then they found out about ketones, and they've been able to implement this into their lifestyle, and it's just phenomenal. And so when I see them talk about it, and now I've introduced this to my own family, and we drink ketones, it's really fun. So I do encourage you, if you're like, you know what, resolution maybe isn't the right word, but if you have a goal for yourself going into 2019, whether it's fat loss, whatever it is, and you kind of need that point to start, the Reboot's great because it comes in a kit, which I didn't grab. It's up on my counter upstairs in my kitchen. It comes in a little box, and everything that you need is in there. It's a perfect little ecosystem to get you going. Everything you need is in there other than the water. Like, you just have to add it to water. So I just add everything that I have into these shaker bottles. You can pick one up at any store. You can just mix it in a cup. Like, there's zero, you don't have to try. There's zero effort to this. I just poured mine into this cute mug my friend got me yesterday for my birthday. Raising tiny humans is exhausting. Isn't that the truth, right, moms out there? So anyways, I think the really cool thing about the Reboot is it comes as a kit. You don't have to think. There's literally a list of, at this time on this day you're doing this. You can't go wrong with it. The products taste good. They're easy to use. Like I said, even if you're like, well, I go to work or I'm out and about, totally fine. I throw mine in my purse, and I just know my phone is set to go off, and then I take either my broth or my ketones or whatever part of the day I'm at. So I encourage you, if you are thinking about doing the Reboot, just drop the word Reboot below. We'll connect with you. We'll get you set up where you're going to get an alert right as the next one becomes available. And like Stephanie just said, there's a really good possibility they're going to actually make it in the beginning of January to set the year off in a really good pace, which would be phenomenal. I would love that personally, to do that in the beginning of the month. So that would be the first thing, that if you're looking to charge into 2019 with your health and your wellness and your fitness levels, this can get you there. The Reboot can totally do that for you. But if you're like thinking, okay, I've done the Reboot, I love it, I want to keep going, I want to do this more, we can set you up with that as well. So what I provide people is a 5 or a 10-day experience. And that's just sending you a variety of the individual packages of the ketones. Okay, so let's pretend this is a 5-day experience. This is not exactly what it would look like because you'd have more variety. But you're going to get 5 packets of ketones, okay? What are ketones? It's a fuel source for your body, and it's amazing for your brain. It's powder in these packets. The powder just comes in these packets like this. You're going to dump it in your cup and add water and stir it up, and you're totally done. That's it, and you drink it. So I like the simplicity of the product. I like how well it's worked for me. If you haven't been following me for very long, you might not know my story. But when I started this journey, I was just looking for energy. I had, at the time, a 6-month-old and a 2.5-year-old. And I was just thinking, oh my gosh, I need sleep. I'm just exhausted. And I started drinking the product, and not only did I have crazy amounts of energy and I felt so freaking phenomenal, but fat started to melt off my body. Like 30 days in, I was down weight on the scale, and that was crazy for me. I wasn't looking for that, but this product doesn't just tackle the energy levels. It doesn't just tackle fat loss. That's a great benefit, but it's actually great for your brain. I was able to get over a lot of that mommy brain. I had it really bad after Devin was born. We'd be driving to the grocery store, and I'd forget where I was driving to. Like, it was extreme. And so I really encourage you, if any of those, those points touch you, where you go, I want energy or I want fat loss, maybe you're just feeling really sluggish and you're like, something's got to give. I need to feel better. This will do that for you. So I'd love to connect you into our community. We guide you through this, completely supported. I have an amazing group on Facebook where we collaborate and I share what's going on in the community. So feel free. Let us know if either a Reboot makes sense for you. You can just drop the word Reboot below, or a 5 or a 10-day experience. You can drop the number 5 or a number 10 below. We will get that out to you right away. Even though it is coming up to Christmas, I want to continue to share the conversation of better, because unfortunately this time of the year we tend to eat more, drink more, and maybe not get to the gym as often as we'd like to. And so this is a great pivot point to get yourself set up going into January and into 2019. So If you guys have any questions, just let me know. If you're just catching this live video right now, I'm just about to wrap it up, so feel free to go and rewatch it as soon as I'm done. Anyways, I will say goodbye for now. Have an amazing rest of your day. I think you're all phenomenal, and at the end of the day, the decision to pursue better is the first step, and the second one is just making that first action. So have an amazing day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.